This car is playing with me right now.
And we're gonna cross our fingers that everything gets back together in good and working order. Jared.
Thank you so much. Here we go. Fredric Aasbo and Dan Burkett. Freddie, multiple champion, that Rockstar Energy Toyota Supra. But look at Dan Burkett, Mark 4 versus Mark 5 Supra. Burkett loses it. Rad Dan spins out, trying to be the aggressor, and unfortunately rotates, spins in that third out in the derps. All right, Dan Burkett now out front. Again, just love to see this. You know, Freddie got his start in the Mark IV. Dan has just always had, you know, the Mark IV Supra, so it's really cool to see this battle. Here we go. The Rad Industries Mark IV Supra. Rad Dan into that first outside zone, a bit off. Now tries to tighten up with that chrome look. And Freddie with the new white livery, looking dialed. Here we go into that final inside clip. He doesn't need to do much to get this victory, unfortunately, with Dan's major mistake. So that's going to be all she wrote, unfortunately, for Rad. Fredric Aasbo. And the lights extinguished. Let's see if we get a clean start here. They took that sight lap. I wonder if what they learned, you know, still seeing here we go, initiating. So there's the smoke. That's good. That's a sign of a good time. Fredric Aasbo getting all the way out there. Beechum tried to get close, had to back off a little bit there. Yeah, that trunk flapping a little bit there in the wind. Watch this transition into that last inside clip. Ooh, Beechum.
Wow, there we go.
Whoa, we got contact off that back right fender of Freddie's Toyota Supra, that Rockstar vehicle. Beechum now out front. Transition into that second outside zone. Comes up a little bit short, but Fredric Aasbo, that's what we were talking about. Beechum looking really wound up right now. He is just fiery. And Aasbo, really good chase shot. Let's see what Fredric Aasbo does. This should be a fun one to watch. We already saw James Deane in the all wet conditions. Freddie now joining the party. Into that first outside zone, getting into the wall. Look at James hanging out there. Freddie throwing under the bridge. Look at that, just an absolute roost coming off James Deane's car. Oh, we got a wall tap. We got a wall tap from James Deane. Fredric Aasbo, look at that left foot brake. You can see him trying to massage that thing to the side of the Mustang. And there we go. A little bit of, and in addition to that, what Odie said is it's loose, it's grippy, it's kind of all over the place. So here we go. We got Fredric Aasbo out front, Rockstar Energy Drink, Toyota GR Supra, and James Deane throwing his way on in. And getting to that first outside zone, you can see Freddie. James taps the wall, or just barely kisses it. Ooh, Freddie, that thing grips up, and absolutely to your point right there. Here's that Supra, and James Deane looked like he had that nice line, almost consistent, all the way through into this final inside clip. Oh, James Deane making his presence felt there. That was pretty solid.
Yeah, leaving a little signature on the side of Aasbo's door.
James Deane, Fredric Aasbo, our final battle of the the Torque Motorsport Grade 8. Here comes James Deane leading. Now Fredric Aasbo in that chase position. James Deane now transitions. It's a one more time battle between them two. Throwing into that third outside zone. Just sliding it in. Look at this precision, just putting the pin on the map. And our final inside clip, wrapped it around. This is native country of Norway, and he tweaked his thumb, so I had to have surgery, he was telling me, so pretty crazy. So he's driving with an impaired thumb. Oh, James Deane backs it in once again. And it looks like James overcooked it, but Freddie stays in it.
Love it.
Look at that, Freddie shaken but not stirred into that third outside zone. Look at James now in formation. Yes, sir, a little slow-mo action. There's your steam cooker, and James looks like he almost pushes him around, but what a whip. What a whip by these guys.
Yeah, and it looks like Zhao Barryon.
It's a bye run.
So
let's lay out, listen.
Yeah. Shh. Enjoy the silence.
Making quick work there by Kazuya Taguchi. He's not going to back down against this three-time champ. Kazuya would love to win here in Atlanta, but Fredric Aasbo, he's had a lot of success here in ATL. Here we go, Fredric Aasbo, a big gap between them. Now going to that first inside clip. Kazuya slides out of it, up the garage. Operated by Jerry Yang Racing right here in Georgia. Into that second outside zone. Now into that inside clip. Look at it. Ooh, man, that's very uncharacteristic of Fredric Aasbo. Oh, big swing from Kazuya, shuts it down. Straightens out a big direction there. That will be a deduction on the side of Kazuya Taguchi. Seems like go tip to tail and initiate almost identical at the same time. Straight line approach there for Fredric Aasbo. Initiates, get to that rumble strip. And Kazuya Taguchi, you see him initiate, but then he comes out of angle a little bit. But Fredric Aasbo bathing in that smoke. Now coming up the hill. Aasbo taking a shallower line, but he's still got that proximity. Good angle there from Kazuya Taguchi. But Aasbo, he still keeps it close. Oh! Kazuya exits stage right, gets in the grass. And again, it seemed that Kazuya's car is not running healthy. It's to Lorette, he's like, I know I got more, but he's got to put it against Forrest Wang. Here we go. Oh, Forrest! He applies the pressure. Big swing there from Fredric Aasbo. Now coming to that second outside zone. There goes Aasbo. Look at Wang, the BCL, Big Country Labs Wang gang sticking out of the smoke like a shark fin. Dialed in, he's got blood in the water. And this three-time champ is put to the test.
It does.
One thing.
I don't know why.
I don't know why. Here we go. Forrest Wang out front. Fredric Aasbo in that chase position. Here comes Forrest Wang. Again, that Big Country Labs Wang right in the face of Fredric Aasbo. And he did exactly what you anticipated, Jacob. Big entry. He's going against it. Oh, here comes Aasbo. Up the hill. He's not going to let him run away with it. Aasbo in formation. It's a dogfight here. We got the 808, the Hawaiian driver against Norway. Look at this place.
Wow.
Wow. Looks like Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, Killer Mike, everybody's in the building. Cheech and Chong. That would be crazy. But here we go. James Machine Deane, our points leader, going against Fredric Aasbo, currently 5th in points. 6-time champions between these guys. 3 aside. James Deane back at it. Seeing that speed there, mile per hour, lifting it up. You can see the accelerometer there on their windshield going into that first and now into the horseshoe. Ooh, James Deane comes a little bit short on that second outside zone. Now past that second inside clip in the horseshoe. Fredric Aasbo navigates outside of the horseshoe. Now past and into that final clip. And past where that oil was, so that here we go. Fredric Aasbo, the Norwegian Hammer out front. James the Machine Deane. Again, 3 championships but on either side, and here's Aasbo, big angle. James Deane buried in that Nitto tire smoke, now coming up the hill. Big angle from Aasbo, look at this. Can he get it back? Really well done on that second outside zone by Aasbo. James wasn't out there. Look at that dial, oh, wow. Headlight to tail light on that transition between Aasbo and Deane around that final clip. And James, massive angle, he slaps back. You can hold him down. That Rockstar energy drink. Toyota Supra, Olsen initiates. Good angle for both of them past that inside clip. Simon Olsen on rails, up the hill, that first outside zone. Look at the angle from Olsen. Aasbo. Olsen puts it right that second. Look at Aasbo. Shallow on that second inside clip. Now transitioning into that final clip. Olsen is absolutely dialed. Wow. Olsen put for potentially the final time. Who's going to get the win? Aasbo or Olsen? Aasbo out front, Rockstar energy drink, Toyota, GR Super, Nitto tires, massive angle. Olsen now throws it in. Aasbo center punching that inside clip, but Olsen not even in the same chat room right now. Going into that second outside zone. Olsen does come up a bit short here. Aasbo, again, undefeated against Olsen. Olsen wants to get it back. He's looked up to him. Aasbo gives him nothing but respect until right now when it comes down to that top spot. Aasbo and Olsen, an amazing battle. Automatically where Olsen and James Deane wind up. Again, the win for Deane at round 1. And there he is, burning up those Nitto tires. Celebratory. Bye run for Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo. Oh. Big backy entry, opens the trunk for Flair. Woo! Rick. Going counter course, having some fun, a celebratory run for Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo, having some fun. Oh, he's DQ'd, his trunk open. That's it.
Hood pin game.
That's it. There it is. Congratulations to Fredric Aasbo. He gets the victory and some smoke-filled, super-filled on the judges, but here we go. Fredric Aasbo, Diego Higa, all Toyota battle, the 86. Supra. Fredric Aasbo, I said he was a robot. He says, hold my rock star because I'm going to show you. Diego Higa, he's right there on the door, comes down into the bank, into that first inside clip, down through the power alley, into the killer crossover, into that second big sweeping turn. Aasbo puts it right in the corner of those middle tires. Oh, and then he does exceed a little bit of that crease. You got to think he's got those fresh lines. He can see it, and it's also, that doesn't help him because it shows Aasbo the contact was made, but they said, let's run it. Diego Higa, JDM Supreme, 86 FRS, BRZ, whatever you want to call it. Right now, he's high on the bank. Regardless, the Brazilian driver trying to take down the three-time champion of Fredric Aasbo, the Norwegian Hammer. The Brazilian beast coming into the crease. Into that final sweeping turn, he does exceed it, very similar to Fredric Aasbo. But a great effort. The GT radials go round and comes down.
It was brutal. Even yesterday was pretty nuts. I was looking for scissors to cut my pants into shorts.
Got jorts?
I did.
Did you really cut them?
No, these came like that.
Oh.
I'm through the jorts already.
Those are the Scando shorts. They those look like Scandinavian shorts. You got those at Gothville?
I might have gotten
You got those
them
at
in Norway.
Gothville. I feel like fun fact, Jacob only wears one type of shoe. We'll talk about that later. Here we go, Fredric Aasbo, speaking of Norway and Gothville, the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota Supra initiates high on the bank. Is he going to turn it up? Looks like he is right now, but Diego Higa is not letting him get away with it. Now down into that power alley transit. Woo! There's the Higa. Look at that Brazilian beast, but then he backs off as soon as he gets that proximity. And look at Fredric Aasbo. Signed, sealed, delivered, magnetic. Sure to check that. Download the app. Formula Drift unlocked, and here we go. Higa out front, Aasbo in the chase position. That Toyota GR Supra, but Diego Higa, JDM Supreme. What an amazing car collection they got. Oh, and Higa, so look at, there it is. So Aasbo early on, he jumps to the side of him, has to back off a touch, but this is where a three-time champion comes into play, and no! Let's see, okay, so look at that, Aasbo spins out, contact was made, talked about that timing, and you know, here we go, moving on to Diego Higa, Fredric Aasbo. Higa got into a tussle with the wall yesterday. Hopefully he can get his car down. Looks like he did right out of the gate. Look at him pulling that front left wheel up. Fredric Aasbo bathing in the smoke. Higa, this is Aasbo. Diego gets involved with the dirt, brown cloud being thrown up that allows Aasbo to catch up. Maybe rubbing a little bit of Nitto tire on the GT radial. Now into that outside zone 3, and Diego just flirting with the dirt. As Fredric Aasbo leads at Rockstar Energy Toyota Supra on Nitto tires. That Toyota GR Supra looking good, getting that clean air into that second outside zone. And now this looks a little more robotic than the Aasbo that we know in that chase position. Maybe got caught off guard by Diego Higa chasing down, but I'll tell you what, Diego twisting the screws on Aasbo, and just as I say that he falls back really short on that last outside zone. This is, I have to think this is going to go to the BC Racing side-by-side. On average, 1,000 horsepower. Again, that BMW E36 initiating into that first outside zone, dragging the bumper on initiation. Both are filling the outside zone. Look at that. Fredric Aasbo really applying the pressure. He knows who he's going against, and he'd love to take him down. And Connor Shanahan said, I'm going to win. That's what he said at halftime when I spoke to him, and he is feeling really confident. Again, coming off his most recent victory at our previous round of Orlando. But Aasbo says, look, put some respect on it, a three-time champ, gained some applause from the meticulous Connor Shanahan is, and he's like, 3 transitions? Hold my beer, right? Because again, Shanahan, you know, over the sea they have 7 or 8 transitions, but so I mean, I'll tell you, Fredric Aasbo is a weapon. Here we go, that Rockstar Energy Toyota GR Supra on the Nittos, and Shanahan drops into formation. We're on that second outside zone. There goes Fredric Aasbo. Shanahan digging that tire into the door, but that's what I like about Shanahan. Did he dig it in? Because he just goes right there in the pocket. Holy cow! I mean, let's go. Let's leave. Oh man, let's leave.
Is this the finals?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Finals already?
So let's see. Shanahan out front. The Red Bull Garagistic BMW Aasbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra. Coming out of the gate, swinging. There goes Shanahan. Once again, right there into that outside zone. Aasbo. See that transition there, he finds the pocket, a little shallow, but then you can see him now navigating, massaging the car to the side of that BMW now, past that inside clip. Aasbo backing off just so swiftly. Ooh, and it backs off way too much, shuts it down. Freddie, the 3-time champion, shuts it down. Needs to step it up here, but he knows he has Shanahan. Like I said, the shadow. Newly adopted, I was born, and he says, so here we go. Fredric Aasbo, the Rockstar, Toyota GR Supra, Nitto tires, into that first outside zone. Shanahan, the transitions, man, it just happens, and he just goes right there to the side. And look, he's gonna grind that door like a die grinder. Now transition once again. Again, not as close, but look at this. Oh my, oh! What? Yeah, he's going to be cheering on Connor Shanahan, and they got to get that car up to snuff. Here we go, Connor Shanahan. This is our second one more time battle, the third battle between Shanahan, two champions going against each other. Again, from across the pond, you got Norway against Ireland. Look at that, Freddie not leaving anything to chance, not leaving the judges' hands, as Connor Shanahan, garage-istic BMW, that lasted final. This is where they had the issues before. Not right now. Freddie says, nope. Not today, not again. Currently sits fourth in points. Connor Shanahan sits 11th. He did miss a round. He missed Atlanta. Here we go. In that first outside zone, goes Fredric Aasbo. Shanahan watching the transition. Boom, right there, right to the side. Bonkers. Absolutely insane. He just almost touched tip to tail and didn't rip off a bumper. And there we go, transitioning once again. Oh boy, Shanahan, you see that overhead. He does have that proximity, but did he get through Fredric Aasbo here? Initiating in that first outside zone. Here goes Adam LZ into that first outside zone. Good transition there. Looks like Freddie backing off just a little bit there. And you see a little left foot break into that front inside clip. And now transitioning into that last outside zone. Adam LZ drops in. Freddie a little late to that last outside zone. Kind of surprised by that. Let's see. Seen a brake light from Adam LZ. See that?
Saw that.
Yeah, that was
interesting.
That's very interesting. All right, you can see the Excel diesel lights really standing out. Those Type S lights on the windshield here. Now into that second outside zone. Look at there, Adam LZ. He's not backing down. He is right there, shadowing Fredric Aasbo. Adam LZ, like I said, he is capable of winning here, and he did last year at E-Town. Interesting from Norway, that Rockstar Industry Toyota GR Supra on Nitto tires. Adam LZ, looks like Fredric Aasbo initiates almost the identical same time. That might hurt him, but no, he gets back. You can see him transition, let Adam transition right in front of him, and then he regains that position in that second outside zone. Now they're going to approach that inside clip. Boom, Adam LZ bumps it out of the way with that front left headlight. And now in that last and final outside zone, Fredric Aasbo with good proximity tucking into the smoke.
Yeah, Adam getting more aggressive, throwing more angle, just taking more risks in general.
You never know. Yeah, I mean, now he's got the clean air. He said, Jacob, he might have heard you. All right, out style, you want to see some style? Oh, and Adam LZ, he throws it in aggressively. He took that map field line, tuck it on the inside, and then he drops into formation. And look at, there we go, Adam LZ, he's going to grind. He's going to try to bang the door of the three-time champ. And again, Adam LZ passed that inside clip of Fredric Aasbo. He's putting the car in the right place. There's a little left foot brake there. Both those guys tapping the brakes into that last outside zone.
All right, Fredric.
Humblest guy I know.
Dude, I am so much more humble than you. Fredric Aasbo, Daniel Stuki, Freddie in that Rockstar Energy Toyota GR Supra, and Daniel Stuki in that M-Spec Performance S chassis. Look at this, white and gold all over. Look at this, and now into that second outside zone. Freddie, again, just the robot. He's, you know, like I said, he's kind of shown some cracks before, and now here, oh, Stuki dives in on the inside, not the right line from Stuki, and contact is made.
Yeah.
That was, you saw Stuki shoot in, grip up. Here on the Rockstar Energy Drink Top 32, three-time champion, Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo, and he's being led by Daniel Stuki, as Stuki will lead. And keep in mind, this is the second half, because we had that contact between Stuki. Now Stuki, good, clean, sweeping line. This is where he had some trouble in the chase position, but Freddie brings it on back, and that's really gonna, again, sugar-free, but it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was
but, you know, we have seen Aasbo lose, obviously. He's not a champion every year, so he has been taken out. Brandon Sorensen would love to rain on his parade. Here we go, Fredric Aasbo initiating into that first. You know, Freddie did have a win earlier this year in Atlanta. Now transitioning in outside zone 2. Brandon Sorensen, little wavering there into outside zone 2, but getting it more down outside zone 3. The Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra now coming, bringing it on home. And the wheels and tires go round across the finish line. So he's got a big support group behind IT's Air Force, but you know, Norway, small but loud. country full of Vikings cheering him on. Talking about Fredric Aasbo. Brandon Sorensen now transitioning into that second outside zone. Look at this, Fredric Aasbo. Shallow on outside zone 2. Definitely want to get the overhead, but there goes Freddie. He heard me. Now he drops into formation. Brandon Sorensen. He was going to loop it. He was going to loop it. Contact was made as Odie initiates. Whoa, aggressive initiation. Some gangster backwards entry in the chase by Freddie. Fredric Aasbo into that second outside zone. Now into that third outside zone goes Odie Bakchis. Look at that. He's turning on the sauce. Into that last outside zone. Look at that. Pulling away from Fredric Aasbo in that Rockstar Supra.
That was sick.
That was absolutely sick in that chase position. That looked aggressive. Bakchis and his chasing prowess. And Freddie throwing something that we don't really see a lot from him. But that was more of a smoother transition. Wasn't as aggressive, that rate to angle. Now to that second outside zone. Here goes Fredric. Oh, look at that. We got wheel-to-wheel contact, kids. St. Louis, we don't have a problem. Keep it moving. All right, into that third outside zone. Now transition that final outside zone. Here comes Odie Bakchis. He surges forward. Oh, he comes out of angle a little bit there. Want to see that overhead. You know, we saw the FPV drone angle, but the true spirit of driving, different tracks.
Yep.
You know, so here we are. Fredric Aasbo, Minowa on the other side of our Type S Final Four. Send it. Here we go. Fredric Aasbo, Minowa. Now going into that first outside zone goes Freddie in that Toyota Rockstar Energy Drink GR Supra. Now into that second outside zone, almost exceeds that line. And now Minowa looks like he's mimicking the angle. Well done by Minowa, and that's what he needs to do. So hopefully the Yang camp said, hey, get in there, but also mimic the angle. And he looks like he gets aggressive against each other. You know, this is first season, FD rookie, talking about Hiro Minowa, and he's going against a three-time champion, Fredric Aasbo. Now transitioning into that first outside zone, big angle from Minowa. Freddie on the inside, not digging deep in that first outside zone. Here comes 14-year-old Minowa, again, the youngest ever FD podium finisher. He'd love to go to the finals against another three-time champion of James Deane. Hiro Minowa, look at that. Now Freddie says, all right, young buck, I'm gonna get up in there. Fredric Aasbo, Hiro Minowa. One more time. Here we go. Fredric Aasbo, Kyle the Menace, Mohan. Fredric Aasbo currently second in points. Heading down into the chute. Good initiation by Aasbo. Sugar-free sucker. He's running that sugar-free livery here, that Rockstar Energy Drink. Toyota GR Supra. I mean, look at him maxing it out. Mohan dives in on that third outside zone. Just quite a bit of distance from him. Gets aggressive, but I don't think that's going to be enough as Aasbo powers through. Well done. Excuse me. Freddie currently in third, my bad. Odie Bakchis currently in second.
This car does not make a ton of torque. Being a rotary, you know, you can't low-end grunt through the track. You have to keep it in the rev range. It is one of the loudest cars that are here, that's for sure. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what he's able to do when it comes to this section.
All right, let's see what's going on here as now Kyle Mohan is leading and Fredric Aasbo giving chase. Let's look at Freddie. I mean, three-time champ. Mohan, absolute, you know, rotary ledge. Oh, and Mohan goes off. Fredric Aasbo currently sitting in third. You know, with James Deane going out, this is something that Aasbo would love to get the victory here against Trenton Beechum, but Beechum, he drove really well earlier in 32, and here's Fredric, nice and high on that outside zone 1. Beechum a little bit lower now, coming to the power alley, just tapping in, putting that Nitto tire in that back left. Freddie actually surprisingly off of that outside zone 2, past that inside clip. Now in that last outside zone, your thoughts, Jacob? What do you think?
Yeah, just not as deep to the zones as we'd seen him earlier in the day, and this might go back to the track tightening up when you start seeing the cars get a little bit shallow.
So getting that kind of in his back pocket, I think put a stop to it. So Beechum high on the bank. Look at Freddie. See, he has to back off a little bit here. Now coming in the power alley outside zone 2. Now transition, good, clean, fluid transition in outside zone 3. Past that inside clip, Beechum now into this last outside zone. Can he take down Fredric Aasbo?
Man!
Wow. Yeah, definitely definitely
Look
gonna
at,
see side by side.
you know he's pumped.
But it's a shared fault, so it's going to come down to the second run. So here we go, moving on to our next battle. The Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra Nitto Tires going against birthday boy Nick Noback. The Kenda Tires Noback Racing BMW transitioning into the second outside zone. Here goes another three-time champ dialing it into that second outside zone. Noback a little bit of a shallower line, but does have good proximity. Let's see how it transitions here. Noback, going to take a look at that overhead camera. Let's take a look at that from different angles. Look at that. It looked like he threw a little bit of dust up. Even on and here we go with Fredric Aasbo. Let's see if the birthday boy can take it to the top. Nick Noback initiating in front of the nose of that Toyota GR Supra and initiating. Nice job by Noback. You know, you could barely see him blowing over those cones. And the second outside zone, Noback, you talk about using all the track. He's out there as well. Did not see the little brown cloud. Now going to this last outside zone. There is, again, the robot-esque of Fredric Aasbo. Look at the proximity, just dialing it in. Hey, a great lead run by Noback.
Yeah.
And being challenged.
Yeah, I needed that. I'm overheating.
Yeah.
I'm
these
stressing
cars.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, so Kazuya Taguchi, Fredric Aasbo, Kazuya in that yellow vehicle, the ISR Performance, Jerry Yang Racing, 86, and Fredric Aasbo in that Toyota Rockstar Energy Drink GR Supra. That first outside zone, the bumpers flapping in the wind in the second outside zone. Look at Fredric Aasbo, lunge forward, whoa! Oh, because it looked like it was going off, but actually Kazuya dove on the inside. Gonna need to see that overhead to really see what went down in all of that smoke. All right, the GT radial smoke in the face of Fredric Aasbo. Want to see that overhead. He's got the sugar-free livery. And then Kazuya Taguchi in the 86. Here we go. Coming down the chute, let's see this initiation by Fredric Aasbo. Freddie, the Norwegian Hammer, comes in that first outside zone. Kazuya Taguchi a bit on the inside. Let's see how they manage Kazuya now. He jumps forward, he slingshots, he bullfrogs, he jumps up, he squats. He's coming up short now. Freddie using all the course, gets to that razor's edge. And Kazuya Taguchi once again on the inside cannot dig deep like Fredric Aasbo. And Kazuya, like you saw, again, Freddie getting all the way out there, deep in that lead run, and Kazuya just 24 totally took you out. Here we go, Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra initiates. Chris Forsberg into Aasbo using all the course. Watch his transition, the rocket, the slingshot by both of them. Look at Freddie. Actually, Forsberg gave him some room, bounces back, jumps forward. Oh, Forsberg taking an inside line. Let's see how they handle this last outside zone. Drops into formation. Aasbo in, Forsberg right there, brings it across the finish line. All right, out front. Chris Forsberg through that start chicane. Let's see the mile per hour go up, the accelerometer, a little bit of decel there going to that first outside zone, riding right on that edge, and now coming into that second outside zone, very similar tit for tat. Forsberg flirting with the edge of the track. He's off. So he goes, throws up a little bit of dirt here, transitions in that last outside zone. Forsberg right there. Now he's on that course edge. Aasbo, there he is right there. So Formula Drift. He's a talented driver and just a great all-around guy. So here we go. Trent Beechum, Fredric Aasbo. Beechum out of the gate comes out swinging. He knows he can take down the a three-time champ. Here we go. Beechum in that first outside. Look at him using all of the course. He is possessed. Oh, Beechum, what do we got? I think we got into that second outside zone. Now coming into that last outside zone, Fredric Aasbo brings it right there. And look at Freddie banging on the door and across that finish line. That back right, you're seeing him. Obviously we want to see him do battle to Aasbo. He's taking him down, but with that D bead, and again, the judges, was there contact? Was there contact between Aasbo? There was no contact, so that unfortunately is Trenton Beechum D-beating under, no contact, so you cannot replace it. Fredric Aasbo gets the win. This is his bye run. The car's running. It's Aasbo and Bakchis in the finals. The Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra is getting on the box once again. He got the win in Atlanta, and a great audience there, a great track. And you got to think, Shanahan, we saw that of James Deane a few times. We saw Ryan Turk. Odie has not received a victory. And again, here's your popcorn. Send it! Here we go. Fredric Aasbo chasing down Bakchis in that first outside zone. These are the finals here in Utah. The Type S elevated. Round 7, and the championship's coming down to Irwindale. Bakchis, like you said, perfection. Fredric Aasbo, he brings it in. He's looking tight. That last outside zone, the cars are wound up, and there it is. Bakchis once again. I mean, I feel like it's an RC car. He is on rails. There's magnets on the track, and he's got magnets underneath his car. He's just stuck to it like glue. The progression of Hachirokus and S13s and even Dodge Vipers to now, you know, Toyota making a commitment, Ford making a commitment, many manufacturers making a commitment, tire manufacturers. And here it is. Let's send it for potentially the last time here in Utah. Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra. Oh, knocks the bumper off of Bakchis' S chassis. Freddie, he's got that special sauce. Let's see if he can pour it on the brisket. Brisket Bakchis, right? Got that smoked meat into that second outside zone. Bakchis has been perfection. He's shown a little bit of glimmer, a little bit of opportunity for Fredric Aasbo. Diving in. Woo-wee!
Oh,
Wow.
another interesting one.
Sweaty and unfortunately for Wang, but right now it's all Fredric Aasbo. Again, a 3-time champion himself. He'd love to finish, you know, with the silver trophy. Talking about second or third, because you know currently in the standings he's currently second, right?
No,
excuse me, third.
Yeah.
Third. Yeah, he's 130 points behind the leader that's coming into this round of competition. Bakchis currently sits in second, so that's another topic of conversation. Finishing here we go. We are seeing Fredric Aasbo lead that Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra Nitto tires. Then the Air Force BMW Brandon Sorensen. Looks like Freddie going across the nose of Brandon Sorensen. Maybe has to back off a little bit. Fredric Aasbo, good posture there with that vehicle. Past that transition point into that second outside zone. There goes Freddie. Brandon, he looks like he's even a little bit deeper. You can see him have to, again, straighten out, come out of that outside zone. But Freddie, just very smooth. Officially more than halfway through our top 16. And looks like, yeah, they are good to go. The Type S lights are on. We're in our Royal Purple top 16. Royal Purple, the synthetic experts, the official engine oil of Formula Drift. Brandon Sorensen initiates into the bank. Saw him just go straight line right into it. Nothing crazy, and that allows Fredric Aasbo sitting right there in the pocket. Transition right on that first hash mark. Ooh, look at Freddie. Well done by Freddie. I mean, that was perfectly timed. But look at Brandon. Amazing lead run. Solid lead run by Brandon Sorensen. Freddie looked like he almost tapped. I think he might have tapped the wall.
Jeez. That was
sick. It was so fluid, dude. That was just like water, dude. Like Bruce Lee, man. Here comes Fredric Aasbo leading, and Dylan Hughes giving chase. Fredric Aasbo initiates Dylan Hughes right there. You can see him. Needs to get up into that pocket. Looks like he does find it. Fredric Aasbo just so fluid. Whoa! Dylan comes in hot. His transition and going. Freddie continues on, but that he was ripping. Kudos to Freddie for finishing it out.
Yeah,
he stayed in it, man. He was pinned.
It's what we like to see. We really do.
So here's our battle. Who's a final contender in the Final Four? Dylan the Dozer Hughes, that Royal Purple BMW. Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo, and that Rockstar Energy Toyota GR Supra. Dylan Hughes, great line, good angle, good fluidity from Dylan Hughes. Now remember, these guys had contact. Dylan Hughes went hard in the side of Aasbo. Dylan working it out, getting into that outside zone, goes past that inside clip, transition pass, and into that last outside zone. Ooh. Freddie almost got contact there. Shuts it. By the way, Fredric Aasbo, Connor Shanahan. Fredric Aasbo initiates. Shanahan, the shadow. There he is. There you are, Peter. As Fredric Aasbo in the outside zone. Let's see the transition. There we go into the second outside zone. Shanahan, oh, little bumper tap, throws him out of shape. Freddie keeps on, keeping on. Dropping the hammer, dropping the screwdriver, dropping the nails. Fredric Aasbo, solid lead run. Shanahan was close, but he hit that wall. Shadow up front, that doesn't work. Actually, like Peter Pan. Again, there you are, Peter. Here we go, Connor Shanahan, that Red Bull Garageistic BMW. Fredric Aasbo is, again, chasing him down. Great job by Shanahan. Now
coming around that inside clip. Let's see the transition. This is where Shanahan had that mistake. Freddie! Oh, and Shanahan gets a little out of shape once again. He's like a masseuse. And now coming back into that last outside zone. Shanahan pulling away a little bit.
Man.
Okay, Aasbo, James Deane. Fredric Aasbo leads. James Deane giving chase. Here goes Fredric Aasbo high on the bank. James Deane tapping the brakes. A little bit of separation there. Let's see if he can reel him in. Yes, sir. There you see him working his way up top, bouncing his way past that transition into that second inside, that inner outside zone. Now look at James Deane. He's tapping some tire, bouncing back and forth. Middle tire 1 and 2. Banging doors, banging fenders. Around every now and then I get a. All right, what do we got here? James the Machine Deane, send it for the final time of 2024. Or is it? They go one more time. James pulls away against Fredric Aasbo. High on the bank, high on the wall. Freddie backs down. Freddie backs down. James Deane is gonna be not only your champ, but your winner, as long as he keeps it sideways across the finish line. James Deane adds another podium to his 2024 season, solidifying that he is the best damn drifter in the world. 4-time champion, 21 championships overall, 4 podiums, 4 wins. Unbelievable. Make some noise for James the Machine Deane.
Just incredible. I mean, I don't know what happened there with Aasbo, but what I can say